This is Daniel Schuman, Policy Counsel with the Sunlight Foundation. This presentation explains President Obama's stimulus lobbying memo. On March 20th, 2009, President Obama issued a memorandum on stimulus lobbying. President Obama's memo only applies when the following two circumstances are met. First, there must be a communication with a registered lobbyist. Second, the communication must regard the economic stimulus. Communications at public events do not trigger disclosure or reporting requirements so long as the event is widely attended. For an event to be widely attended, there must be a large number of people in attendance, and the people present must have a diversity of views or interests. For example, they're from throughout the industry or profession. The Code of Federal Regulations has more details. Please note that side conversations are not public. Restrictions may apply to oral communications that take place in private. Private can mean in person or by telephone. Logistical questions don't trigger any reporting requirements. For example, a meeting request, asking for information about program requirements and agency practices, or requesting information as to which agencies or officials to direct questions do not trigger any reporting requirements. Moreover, inquiring how to apply for funding, or to meet deadlines, or for the status of an action do not trigger any reporting requirements. General policy questions are permitted, but they must be disclosed. Conversations must be documented in writing immediately after they occur by an administration official. That document must include the date and time of the contact, the names of officials and lobbyists present, and a short description of the substance of the communication. The agency must publish that document online within 3 days of the communication. Verbal requests for funding are not allowed. Prohibited verbal communications concern particular projects, applications, or applicants. However, requests for funding can be made in writing. In other words, although a lobbyist cannot communicate verbally, they can do so in written form. Private written communications regarding funds must be disclosed. In other words, any document that concerns a particular project, application, or applicant must be forwarded to an agency for posting online within 3 days. Please note that no other written communication must be reported or disclosed, and that includes policy communications. This has been a presentation of the Sunlight Foundation. The Sunlight Foundation is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization dedicated to using the power of the Internet to catalyze greater government openness and transparency. There were two major sources for this presentation. First, much of the analysis was drawn from either the President's memorandum dated March 20th, 2009, or OMB guidance dated April 7th, 2009. The photographs used in this presentation were taken from Flickr under a Creative Commons license. A few more details. Nothing in this presentation should be construed as legal advice. Please do not act or fail to act based upon anything that I've said. Also, please note that everything in this presentation is subject to change. The President may issue new regulations or an additional memorandum that further refine or change these rules. The explanations in this presentation were drawn from official guidance. Let me mention one more time that nothing in this presentation constitutes legal advice. For more information, please visit the Sunlight Foundation's website or the Office of Management and Budget page on whitehouse.gov.